Hello guys, welcome back to my channel which is Explore the Adobe. This is Unaira Hanif, and in this tutorial I am going to show you how you can turn your daylight to moonlight or simply night. So a person with the name Sharad Menon, he commented on my last tutorial in which he requested to make tutorial on this topic, so I am making it. If you people want any tutorial on regarding Photoshop, you can simply comment on my video so that I can get an idea to make my next tutorial and to help you people. So if you want to download these images for practice, I am providing the download link in my description. You can download them from there. So here you can see I have two images. Here is my main image, and I have also downloaded this image. Why I downloaded this image? Because the first thing you need to consider, you need to remember, is that when you convert any daylight or any day image to a night image, you first have to cut out your sky, because you have to cut out your sky because sometimes it becomes very hard to turn your sky to moonlight. So I have already downloaded this image because I am using this sky. So as you can see, I have converted my main image to a smart object, which you can simply by right click on your mouse or keypad, you can from here you can convert it to smart object. So first I am placing it here, and first I am taking selection so that I can replace this area which you can see with my background, which I am going to use as a sky. So I am taking this selection. You don't need to take very clear selection, you just need to take cut out your subject clearly, and the other image you can simply blend the other image with sky, so don't worry about it. So I am taking selection by my quick selection tool. If you want to use any other tool like lasso tool, you can also use. Here you can see as you are noticing that I am taking the selection of I am not taking the selection of this one area. I am also going to cut out the trees because they are very blurred, you can see, so they will not be helpful if we keep them. And here you can see I have taken the selection of this area. Now first, in order to take the selection of this one, I am going to inverse the selection. You can simply go to select and inverse it, or you can simply press shift control or command I from your keyboard. So here I am adding layer mask. So if you people don't know how to use layer mask, I have already made a tutorial on it, because I often use a layer mask in my tutorials, and many of people they don't know how to use it. So I have already made a complete tutorial, you can watch it. I have provided the link in description, you can simply watch it by the top right corner of your screen. So here you can see I have taken a very rough selection, and here because my sky layer is here, which is background, you can watch it here. So by clicking on your layer mask, I am using brush tool, and you use layer mask by black and white colors, by default colors, which you can press D from your keyboard. So I want to remove this one area from here. If I zoom in, so you can remove it simply by black foreground color, and you can set your opacity and your flow. I am using 87% opacity and flow, 16%, and I am removing from here. If you like this, you can also adjust your opacity and your flow according to your use. And as you can see, is it, you can also decrease the size and increase your brush size. Make sure you are using a soft round brush and not the hard rounded brush. So as you can see, I am removing from here. Now if I zoom out it by control a command 0 to set it to my screen, here you can see the area at the edges. From here it is looking very hard, which is not looking much good. So what you need to do, you have to blend it. We are using again our layer mask. I am using opacity 100% and my flow to 30%. So you just need to increase the size and use it on edges to blend your edges with your background by using layer mask. From here, like this. So actually you have to completely remove the edges. So as you can see, it is not looking. If I zoom in so that I can remove the edges clearly, I am reducing my flow to 10 to 11%. Here you can see, and like this. Now if I zoom out it, you can see it is looking much better now. Okay, so I hope that it is okay now. You can adjust it by using your layer mask by a black or white foreground color. So now what you need to do, many people they add background at the last of the process, but I have added it first because I want to use this light effect in my subject, in my main image. So what you need to do, you just need to, and the one more which you can use as a tip is that when you convert any daylight to moonlight, you have to balance these items which you can see here: brightness levels, curves, here, and color balance, photo filter, channel look mixture, and color lookup gradients. So main purpose of this thing was that you use these items in order to mainly in order to adjust your daylight to moonlight. So first I am taking a curves adjustment layer. Make sure you have ticked on this icon to create clipping mask, and from here you have ticked on this thumbnail and not the layer mask. So I often use this technique in my tutorials because I think it is very helpful technique which you can use. I have also made a tutorial on this technique, through which you can match your subject with your background. You can watch it in description or the link at the top right corner of your screen. So after selecting on auto, go to auto options and find dark and light colors. So what we are actually going to do, we are actually getting the samples from this background on our subject layer. So by clicking on shadows, I am taking sample from here, and you have to adjust it. I am taking a darker one area. I think dark From here I think this one, which is dark blue, is okay. I am clicking OK. Now highlights, it really matters. I am taking sample from here. As you can see, I can dark it, I can lighten it, so I am taking from here. Don't worry about the colors, we will adjust it. You just need to click OK and save it. The target colors as default, no, because every background and varies according to your subject. So what you need to do, you have to change your blend options. You can, I think in this you can you need to sometimes you may need to check all these blending options, and in most cases overlay works, but in this case it is not working, so we are choosing this multiply, and I think it is looking much better now. Here you can see, here is before and here is after. And if you look at this one, I think it is not looking much well, so we need to adjust it more. So I am using it like this. I think now it is much okay. Okay, so what next you need to do, you can also, if you are thinking it is very much blue, you can also adjust the your opacity. So I think 100% opacity is looking better. So the next step, you just need to your photo filter, and first you have make sure you have created clipping mask, and you just need to increase the density to 100% and click on this color, and just take the sample from your background. I am taking from this one area. I think it is looking better. Here you can see, you can, so why it is showing white, because first of course you need to click on this thumbnail and not the layer mask. Now go here and take the sample. You can see I am taking from here. Now again you need to change your blend mode. Here is multiply, soft light, overlay. I think multiply is working. So, and you just need to adjust the opacity. Here you can see, here is before and here is after, which is looking much better now. So now I am going to add a moon. So what you need to do, by brush tool, make sure you have selected on soft round, or you also use soft round, pressure, opacity and flow brush. From here increase the size of brush and make sure your opacity and your flow both are 100%. And the other one thing is that your foreground color is white. And now add a new layer, increase the size of your brush. Sorry, first I am pressing here again. I think it is okay. So just you have to click here, and I am clicking 2 times. I think it is looking okay. Now you just need to change your blend mode to screen. And the other thing you have to do, again add a new layer, increase your brush size, and just you have to one click on this model like this. Now also change it to your screen and add a layer mask here, and press Ctrl or Command I. So why we have added this? We have added this to create a moonlight effect. How we can add it? Simply choose your brush tool and reduce the size. You have to set your opacity. I am setting it to 70%. I think it is okay. And my flow to 15 or 16%. You can use it. Make sure your foreground color is white. So I am using it at the edges. So actually I am using it to add sunlight effect. Again I am reducing the size because I want to add it on the edges like this. You can see. Make sure you are using it properly. Okay, also here if I zoom it out, you can see, I think from here it is looking much more darker. So I am using black as foreground color to remove it. Now I think it is looking much better, and I am reducing it from here. Now at the last step you need to do, increase your brush size, reduce your opacity, and just one click here. Sorry, make sure your foreground color is white, slightly like this. I think it is looking much better now. So the last thing which I want to say, that if you are thinking that it is very much giving a blue look, so what the last thing which you can use, add a new layer, and you can also add it solid color black to give it somehow a black look, not more, like softly light, and reduce your opacity to 50% simply. Here you can see, here is before and here is after. So I hope that you have enjoyed the video. If you still have any query about this tutorial, you can comment. You can tell me about your reviews in comment section. Thank you guys, meet you next time, and don't forget to like, subscribe my channel, which is Explore the